I'm back with another $100 to spend on GameCube games as part of my starter series. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here. This time around we're buying one of my favorite games of all time, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and two other great Mario games. Essentially, I am going to spend $100, I guess virtually in my mind. I looked up all of the prices on eBay's completed auctions. I tend to use auctions because of course the prices are lower and you're always after a good deal. If you missed my first 4 parts in this series, be sure to check them out. You do see a lot of games up there for part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, so please check out the description or also check out a card on this video if you want to watch that as well. This time around, 3 Mario games, 5 games in total. First one up, this game is exceptional to me. This is another kind of RPG action-adventure game, and I love when Nintendo makes an open-world game. And this one, I think they hit it out of the park. Everything that I liked about Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64, which is likely my favorite game of all time, basically due to nostalgia reasons, they did better with this game. I love the idea of having a crowd that you can actually interact with. Sometimes they help you, sometimes they hurt you. I really like all the partners in this game, and a lot of the bosses are just really whimsical, and a lot of the different parts of this game actually make me smile and make me laugh. This one's the most expensive game in this series for today. This is $33, but it has a Metacritic rating of 87. Fantastic. My wife's favorite, I think, in this series. Please comment below. What's your favorite Paper Mario series? Favorite game in the Paper Mario series? I really wonder about Color Splash. I hope it's not too similar, essentially, to Sticker Star, but it probably will be. Alright, next up, another Mario game. I can't believe the price of this one now. This one went way up. This is Super Mario Strikers. I'm a big soccer fan. I played soccer growing up. I played rep for 10 years at least. I love soccer, and the fact that Nintendo took the referee out of soccer, gave you electrified fences, and allowed you to body check and use Mario-related items on your enemies had me sold right away. This game is a blast with other people. You can play against the computer as well, but I really recommend you try and use those 4 controllers we picked up in parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this starter guide, and play with some friends, because this game is fantastic for that. At $24, I do think it's worth it. This only has a 76 on Metacritic. The only thing I could say about it is that it can feel a little bit shallow sometimes in terms of game design. Maybe you're hoping for a little bit more to the game, but I really enjoy it. You can play as cups, you can play some battles, and you can also obviously just play with friends. A lot of fun. I really enjoy Super Mario Strikers at $24. Alright, we have spent $57 so far of our $100 budget. Let's keep going. This is a sleeper classic hit that a lot of people actually know about finally, and it's getting the respect it deserves. This is Beyond Good and Evil, made by Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, on the Nintendo Gamecube. This game takes you on an adventure. You're actually in the role of Jade, as you see on the cover here. She is an investigator, and she's wondering and trying to find the truth. And it's really just that fine line you're walking between good and evil, and she's trying to uncover what's going on. This game, I have a price tag of $16. I think that's a really good deal, and Metacritic gave it a score of 87. This is a fantastically well-made game that was remade in HD more recently, but not on a Nintendo platform. I would highly recommend getting Beyond Good and Evil. Fantastic game. With a female protagonist, which is great to see, especially on the GameCube. Next up, this is an RPG that's very different, made by Namco. I played this growing up. This is, I always pronounce it differently than everyone else probably, Baten Kaitos, or Baten Kaitos. I could pronounce it a whole different bunch of ways. Eternal Wings and the Lost Ocean. This is the first game made in the series. There was a prequel sequel that was made that's called Baten Kaitos Origins, but this one I like a little bit better, probably because I played it first. What's really interesting about this game in particular, is that you use cards to actually build a deck and battle, and it's really interesting how the combos can work out. I played through this game, as I said, growing up. I had a lot of fun with it. I did kind of get a little bit worn down after like 20-30 hours of playing this game. You can probably play through it a little bit faster if you would like, but it's an RPG game. It's really big. It's wonderful and whimsical, and I really like the worlds as well. So this one, price tag of $15, and on Metacritic it has a score of 80, which is a fair score for that title. The last game In the GameCube starter series for now anyways is another Mario game, the last one. This is Mario Power Tennis. This one puts a big smile on my face. It's the sequel, of course, to the Nintendo 64 Mario Tennis, and there's been some handheld versions as well on the Game Boy. This one is a lot of fun again. They brought a lot of things back that I liked from the original version that I played anyways on the Nintendo 64. There's crazy power-ups again. The one thing I must say is actually the Wii U version of Mario Tennis is not a smash hit, but this one absolutely is. This one has a Metacritic score also of 80, and at a price point of $12, you really can't go wrong with a great Mario title like this, especially when you get 4 people together and start playing these games. I have a lot of fun with Nintendo Gamecube. It's personally one of my favorite consoles. It only sold roughly 21 million units worldwide, but it does have so many wonderful games, especially when you can buy 5 of the greatest games, I think, from that generation, all for $100. So we've done 5 parts to the series. I may revisit it at another time. My goal for this series was to get 5 games every single time, so we have 25 games in the collection now. We have 4 controllers, memory card, and a console, of course, and no sequels are really in this list, so I know some of you might be thinking about Metroid Prime 2 or Pikmin 2. I decided to do no sequels, and any game that was too expensive to fit in the list with 5 games didn't quite make it. Games like Fire Emblem, of course, were just too expensive to actually fit on this list. But what are your thoughts? What's your favorite game for my video this time around? I would love to hear your opinion below. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket, follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, keep smiling while gaming, and go collect them all. Thanks so much for watching.